And then I went with my mom to the church, walking, felt the Holy Spirit, this love, it's burning. It's what God does. He takes up the broken and He fixes it. Yeah, hi, my name is Dallas, and I'm from Water. And at first for me, when I thought about what Jesus like, I didn't understand all of it until, good people around me uh, who have been, um, who have been talking about Jesus for a long time and have been, have experience with, spiritual battles or we have seen many miracles, and I kind of wanted that. And that's when I decided, I wanted to learn more about this Jesus, not as a fiction that I grew up knowing who Jesus was, or like a fairy tale, about how I knew about Jesus was. And it was different to have seen how Jesus is to what I thought it was, who He was back then when I was growing up, knowing that there was this same Jesus that saved everybody's life. Everywhere else, is coming to my life and feeling like refreshed again, and from my soul or spirit, like I'm seeing everything for the first time again, and feeling the joy and yeah. As I was learning, it took me a while to fully realize the, the Christian God is more, it's more than we ever experienced, more than we ever know. He's more than we will ever know, I reckon, from now on. And that something about that mystery about Him, and it is revealed through people with, more equipped, I would say, through them or through us, people of God, who have that passion for bringing out the people into the light from the darkness. And I was one of the people in the darkness, lost, lonely, and helpless. God is telling us, you're not alone. Through these people, He is speaking. Through people of God. And it takes a long time. But God, nothing is impossible for Him. And the first thing I learned about Jesus is, about Jesus is that there is blood. I didn't know at first why they killed him for it. I didn't really understand the concept of Jesus giving himself up. I thought it was just the way he is, or he was, or just for something like, I didn't really understand, really. But then as I was learning, and then I realized that Jesus stepped off his throne to come to earth and die, not just for one people, one tribe, not just for a bunch of people, like 100 people, groups of 100, groups of thousands. No, he died for the whole world. And I'm thankful to God for showing that to me, saying that to me, I died for you, I love you, you are not alone. And the Bible warns us about the enemy attack, spiritual attack. And I experienced that a lot with spiritual battle. And I was fighting that myself. I think I was alone in this world. I thought when I got saved, I thought I was going to be all right, nothing's going to happen to me. But then halfway through my life here, I was off the track, drinking, grog, smoking ganja, and it messed up my life, This is while I was working. And even though I was working, I was still doing those things. And it didn't fulfill my life, the feeling, the needs for it. I was forgetting all this stuff, good stuff about what God has done for me. I got into a situation, where I was involved in a riot, fighting. And it didn't make me feel good or I was feeling empty, like it's just like I had no purpose anymore. And God, here again, God is speaking through my mom, who was, there praying for me, never giving up. She's saying, come back to the light. Jesus, he's never gonna forget who you are. And when she said that to me, all that, what was in my mind was, I'm no longer a good person. I'm a sinner. I betrayed God. I betrayed heaven. I betrayed, Jesus and the Father. I'm no longer a follower. I did these things. I don't want to, felt like a guilt coming straight through me. But then, my mom was saying to me, reading Bibles to me, when I was drunk, actually, when going through this life. At one point, I was getting in trouble. This was in Darwin, in a small town there, small suburb. We were drinking, my relatives who are drinkers, and, they telling me this, making me feel guilty. You're no longer praying, or are you still praying? They're asking me questions like that. Are you still following God? And feeling guilt. And I didn't know the answer, because I don't know what happened there. And then, they started telling me or inviting me to go and, making threats to other people who are drinking in the same area. And I'm seeing myself, in this world, lost again. But my mom is there, never giving up, praying for me and telling me that God loves me. And in myself, I was feeling, God is going to punish me. God can send something for me, for my life. And then I realized, when my mom told me that Jesus, he took that punishment instead of us, so we could be free. And at that point where I nearly ended my life along with other people who were in this service station. I was so drunk, I had a knife in my hand. I was walking in the street, yelling and shouting, and just, going off my head. I was telling people that no one can come near me or they will get stabbed. And then I went into the service station. I was gonna go to the person who's working in there. I was showing this knife to him, and I went like this on my throat. I'm gonna cut you. Open the door. I was making threats to him. And he was so scared, so he locked himself inside. I came back towards the petrol pump. So I had this lighter in me, on my pocket. So I got this petrol pump out like this, and just telling everyone that I'm gonna burn this place. Holding this petrol pump, petrol's coming out, and lighter on the other hand like this. And my mom was standing like 5 meters away, raising a hand like this, praying for me. At that point, I felt like something was getting hold of my hand, and not to turn the lighter on. I tried to turn it on, but tried to light it up. When I tried to light it up, the lighter didn't came out. It didn't light it up. It was just flicking like this, like it was empty. The gas wasn't like empty. The gas was empty, but it wasn't, because I had just had that lighter like 2 hours before I bought it from the shop, like full gas on the lighter. But at that moment, something stepped in between my life, and stopped me from ending myself and other people too around because they were walking around me. And I didn't, I put the pump back and the petrol was flowing. I said, this lighter doesn't work. So, yeah, I chucked it out. And then I was walking around with the knife. But lucky the cops came and, stopped me from doing more damage, public damage, or hurting myself and others around me. But I realized after that, I wasn't just hurting myself and others. I was, hurting my mom, but she didn't take that. She gave it to God. She was saying, I'm just gonna give Dallas to you and you can deal with him. And yeah, from that point I learned my lesson that there is a force, spiritual force of darkness in this world that's trying to rip you apart from God and destroy you. And yeah, it's God that can save you, And that I was listening to what my mom was saying bit by bit, day by day. And then I started to come back. I was reading Bible. And when I was reading Bible, every time I read Bible, these fellows comes in with, 6-pack of beer or a bottle of brandy. And they're trying to tempt me again to take me back. This is the spirit working through these people. And they didn't realize, they're saying, come, sit with us out here, let's drink and smoke. Let's go to the park. And yeah, it was when I, read the Bible about spiritual wars. And then I realized, my life is, when I don't have God with me, then my life becomes difficult because of the spirits. But with Jesus, when you have Jesus, nothing will touch you. And part of that comes with, being around with people who love Jesus, who praise His name, and seeing that miracle. It is good to share the gospel with people who don't know about Jesus too, because it says in the Bible, go and preach to the poor and to those who don't know me, if they don't know me, you're gonna go and tell them, I'm sending you. And then I started praying and asking God for forgiveness and telling, God that I betrayed Him and I sinned again, and look right through me. Do I have anything else that's worth for you? And then I went with my mom to the church, walking. Felt the Holy Spirit, this love, it's burning. It's what God does. He takes up the broken and He fixes it. And I'm feeling that love now. God is love. He's never gonna leave or forsake us. If you think you're bad enough, how good or how bad you are, how rich or poor you are, God still loves you. You know, and it says in the Bible, you know, one of the things, for when we yet without strength in due time, Christ died. He died for the ungodly. Just imagine, He came from above. There's no sin in Him. But He took everything. So if you're seeing this video, think about what Jesus did. He had no sin in Him. He took your sin. His blood was flowing for you. He's seeing good in you, even though you're seeing bad in yourself. God loves us. He loves you. Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Whoa.